Hello, dear Scorpio, and welcome to your this weekly readings with me. If you are new to my channel, dear Scorpio, I suggest you please do subscribe so that you're notified every time I release a new video. So let's see what's in store for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Well, lots of communication happening in here, my dear Scorpio. This is going to be a week of communication for you, and why do I say that? Because both sides we are having just communication, and what type of communication is it? Well, your state of mind is about communicating what is more wiser at this point of time. Okay, your state of mind is going to be like, I want to just communicate so that in a wise way, so that my words are not misunderstood or misinterpreted, because you will have to take care of every word you speak this week, my dear Scorpio. I repeat it, be very careful of what you're going to speak this week, because this can be used in the good way as well as bad way against you. It can be used too, okay, and the chances of it being used against you are pretty much high, because I see that what is the energy of deception is high, okay, in this week. And why am I saying that? Because you are going to have a lot of masked people around you that are going to cause some kind of losses to you, okay. And I feel there is a masculine energy that is behind these losses for you, okay. I'm catching a masculine energy that can be behind these losses. It can be a very close person to you who might knowingly or unknowingly, directly or indirectly, bring you some kind of financial loss, sentimental loss, or professional loss also. So you need to take care, my dear Scorpio, because as I am seeing this card, as you can see it very clearly, there is an energy of loss, an energy that creates anxiety or a bit of stress, okay. And just because there are some people who are gossiping on your back, and you have said something and that becomes the gossip of the town, so be very careful of what you're saying. This is why I am emphasizing on that very word, communication. Here, I mean, I would almost say the lesser you speak, the better it is for you. You give your opinion, it is going to be taken, it is going to be, mixed with a lot of spice, and then some other dish is going to be created out of it. And who is at loss? It will be you, okay. And because of as I see, there is a kind of a masculine energy. This masculine energy can be your son, it can be your father, it can be your grandfather, it can be your husband, your boyfriend, okay. It can be a colleague at workplace also, all right, because there is a masculine energy presence. This is what I am feeling. So you have to take care regarding that. You will have to go through some things in order to understand who are the real true people in your life at this point of time. Your close people, who are they really, who can you trust at this point of time? Because I am seeing that there is a lot of a mask energy this week, which can be a bit burdensome and painful for some of us, okay. And always we need to know that what do we have to do at such a time is cut them off. Whatever is bringing you sleepless nights, I would say, those people, of course there are certain things regarding health and things like that that we cannot do much, okay. But there are some people who are not true people, who show that they are friends, but they are not real friends. And my dear Scorpios, I don't need to tell you that, because you can see things clearly, but there are times when you are fragile and vulnerable. And this week it's a bit that energy where you can be vulnerable because of one emotional bonding in your life, and because of that certain people can take the advantage of this. So now I have prepared you, and now you please stay very much detached on this. See, it's better to speak wisely, okay, rather than just gossip and blah 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 blah. We don't want that blah blah at all, okay, because it's like somebody saying something to you, you're understanding something, you're speaking something, they understand something. Communication is very, I would say it's a very complex thing, isn't it? Like, I might say something, and there are n number of people, so they might hear it differently, and they will tell this to n number of people who might perceive it differently, and the chain goes on. Yes, so imagine at the end of the day, what I was wanting to say was something completely different than what went around, right? So we need to be careful about that, my dear Scorpio. This week is all about being the wise communicator, okay? And also to take those decisions, to cut off some negative influences, some negative people who are really energy vampires from your life, in order to bring stability into your life. And you are going to take those decisions to do that. This is what I'm seeing. And yes, you need to be careful regarding your well-being, your inside, like your health. I would say your mental health, more so ever your mental health, because physically you might be okay, but here I'm speaking more about your mental health, because when your mind is fine, your body is fine also, and vice versa. Okay, so here you need to take care of that. So eat well, sleep well, and don't engage in things that will defame you or bring you down. Instead, rise higher, be more responsible in your nature, and the lesser we speak, the better it is, my dear Scorpios. And I see some kind of travel energies and some kind of communications which are also going to pay you off well, provided this is the wise part of communication, not the chatty part. All right, especially lady Scorpios, just be careful about that, okay, what I said, because what happens is that in your colleagues also, if somebody is saying something and you add to it, it can be misinterpreted. So be wise, because this is what is going to get you stability, and cut off from those people who are not good. And yes, while traveling, because as I see some kind of travel energies also for you, and generally speaking also over here for all the Scorpios, what I'm saying is take care of also some kind of sharp objects and all, because you might hurt yourself also. So just be careful when you're traveling or doing some things at home, just simple things like I'm going to go and cut the roses and I just hurt myself. Okay, so this kind of things also, like you might hurt yourself on small things also. So especially when you're dealing with sharp objects and things like that, then you will have to take care. For some Scorpios, it can also be going to the dentist, seeing the dentist for that extraction. No. Yes, so just be careful about that also, my dear Scorpios. The one word that is coming on my mind over here for all the Scorpios in this week especially is about ego. The word ego comes in here, and I feel this word has been sent just because I need to tell you is that some things can be won by ego, and some things can be lost because of your ego and vanity. Okay, so know that. Now, for example, if you want to get over something in life, your ego can be a very good ally. Okay, it's like especially in emotional breakups, I always tell people that you can use your ego also over there, and it becomes your ally. But that same ego can also break a relationship. Yeah, so take care of how your ego plays up this week, okay? Because as we have these energies playing up, you need to have a tap on your ego. All right, you have to know is that if I behave in that way, because you're going to be vulnerable, okay, and your ego can be hurt very, very easily at this point of time. So here you have to know is that if I also enter into the same game that has been played with me, what is happening? I mean, if you get into that ego state, what is going to happen? It will turn destructive. So here, take 2 steps behind and show that you're higher than all these things. It shouldn't touch you. Even if it is, they shouldn't see it, because the moment they understand this is your weakness, if I touch it, you're going to get hurt. Well, what happens, you know it after. I mean, Scorpios are the ones who know it the most actually, because it's all the time this is what happens in their lives. So this is where you have to be very, very careful. You are going to be a bit, susceptible to these kind of games at this point of time. And this is why that hypersensitivity should be avoided, because the ego will rise and that will make you do something destructive. So use your ego in a different way in order to, make yourself more stronger at this point. Use, just call it a positive ego. Let's call it a positive ego, which we use in order to maintain our position and in order to, maintain our self dignity. This dignity is very, very important at this point of time, because there are energies which are just waiting. You become weak and I put you down. And yes, there are energies, because there will be some close person to you, maybe a family relation or something like that, because of what you are a bit vulnerable at this point of time. So take care. Somebody can provoke you and you shouldn't get provoked at this point of time. Just have a very, meditate, do grounding, and just, be cool and just say, okay, this is a passing phase and this has come in my life, so that God is testing me, the divine is testing me of how am I going to fare in this test. And if I come out of this test untouched, that means I have achieved something great that was always expected of me. Okay, inside of you it is about you and your own victory. It is not to show anybody, it's just to prove it to yourself, my dear Scorpios. Okay, so on this line I wish you all the best. And yes, wise words are very few, and empty vessels make more noise. Yes, my dear Scorpio. So thank you for listening. Please do like, share, and comment. And I shall see you next month. And yes, take care of those masked people. All right? Just take care. Who is the true friend and who is not, you will know it. All right, my dear Scorpio. Bye bye. God bless.